Good evening, I'm AJ Daniel Jr. presenting on this site 205 on the topic Node.js, and then we'll look at we'll refer Node and then do practicals as well too. Okay then. So Node.js is a very powerful JavaScript-based framework or platform built on Google Chrome's JavaScript V8 engine. It is used to develop input-output intensive web applications like video streaming sites, single-page applications, and other web applications. Node.js is open source, completely free, and used by thousands of developers around the world. Okay, so actually, okay, so that's it. So now we'll talk about how to execute Node.js online. For most of the examples given in this tutorial, you will find a try it option, so just make use of the option to execute your Node.js programs on the spot and enjoy learning. Try the following examples. Okay, so I'm gonna show this thing. Okay, so actually Node.js is as we just read, is a framework, or it is JavaScript that is written it's runtime that we can run, so that we can run as an app, not on a web but as an app, runtime, like on an IDE. So I want us to, so you can download Node from I think Google. When you get to Google, you type, so let's go to Google. So here we have Google, and then Node.js download. I think you get it. So this is it, and you have it here. So you can download it for the version, whether you're on the Windows, Linux, or Mac, and you can get it. But I already have it over here. So, and if you have it, you can also check for it. I think so. If you're on the Mac, you can open your terminal, but I'm on the Windows, so you open your command, then you check whether you have it. So node -version. So then I am having the 18.14.0 version. So this is the version I'm having. So I have Node installed on my machine. Okay, so basically this is about Node, and then it comes with this one, a terminal tool that you can also program in. So let's say 2 + 2, you have 4. You can basically do, okay, let's me equal to 5. So undefined, if me is greater than 6. Okay, you can console .log the number is greater than greater than 6, and then there we are. Then you can close the braces, else console.log the number the number is less than 6, and there we are. So this illustration, So then you close the so the number is less than 6. There we are. So this is an example of Node.js, a simple program that is written in Node.js in the terminal. So let's continue with our note, and then we'll continue with some practicals as well. So for most of the examples given in this tutorial, okay, so try the following example using, okay, so let's see, console.hello world. Okay, where is it? Where's our so you have console.log hello world. That's it. So hello world, there you are. So let's continue with it. So okay, this is a note that I used to learn, and then I want to share with you. So you can find it online. Take tutorials point Node.js. Yes, it's a nice book. So this is a table of content. I'll try much as possible for us to cover much. And yes, so actually this is a REPL. Okay, we'll get to this. I will explain this, and then yes. So let's start with what we have. So what is Node.js? Node.js is a server-side platform built on Google Chrome JavaScript engine, V8 engine. Node.js, so Chrome, you write JavaScript. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is Chrome. So you can write JavaScript over here in the on the engine of Chrome, and this engine is V8, and this V8 was taken and then was developed by C++ for us to be able to write JavaScript. That is why we call it Node.js. So we come to the console. We have a console over here. So you could see that. Okay, let's write the same program we wrote over there. So let's start maybe 2 plus 2. So this is JavaScript script, and we have our 4 over here. And then let's say we said may equal to 5, and then we go to if may was greater than 6. We could say we said what, console.log okay, the number is greater than 6, right? So I think this is basically one thing we did. And then okay, so else console.log that okay, if, because obviously if it's not greater than 6, then it's less than 6. So the number, so our benchmark is the 6, so the number is less than 6. Okay, so then that's it. So let's see the answer. So the number is less than 6. So basically that's it. So the engine that render or interpret the code we are writing over here is what was built, C++ was built on it in order to allow you to run codes in Java, and that is basically the Node.js. So let's continue with the Node. Okay, so Randall, so in 2009, Randall in 2009, and its latest version is okay. As at the time they were writing the book, or they were writing the notes, so it's a nice book. You can download it. So Node.js is a platform built on Chrome JavaScript runtime for easily building fast. So it's scalable, just as I said. This is so Node.js is an open source cross-platform runtime environment for developing server-side and networking applications. Node.js applications are written in JavaScript and can be run within the Node.js runtime on OS X, Microsoft Windows, and Linux. Node.js also provides a rich library of various JavaScript models, which simplifies the development of web applications using Node.js to a great extent. So Node.js runtime environment. So this is example of the runtime environment. Okay, this one, and then as well to we'll go to the Visual Studio Code, but I want us to get the basics before we go into, and then JavaScript library, then it has been combined. That makes up Node.js. So features of Node.js, following are some of the important features that make Node.js the first choice of software architect. Asynchronous and event driven. All APIs of Node.js library are asynchronous, that is non-blocking. It essentially means a Node.js based server never waits for an API to return data. The server moves to the next API after calling it, and the notification mechanism of events of Node.js helps the server to get a response from the previous API call. So what this basically means is when something is asynchronous. Okay, let me start from synchronous so that you can get the opposite. We talk about synchronous. Synchronous acts like this. So let's say a time moves k. So an act moves in according to the time. So k. So that is if the time does not move. The tick is in relation to the movement of the action. So meaning if there wouldn't be any way the talking that I'm doing. So k. So that if there is no tick, then there is no k. You get it? So that's it. So but when it is asynchronous, it does not follow the clock driven. It's not clock driven. That is why it's saying that it essentially means a Node.js based server side never wait for an API to return a data. So it doesn't wait for one operation to be done before it goes to the next instruction. Sorry, it doesn't wait for an instruction to finish before it goes to another one. It makes sure that it develops a mechanism that will be able to hold the first instruction and await its response whilst it's going and working on another instruction. Very fast, being built on Google Chrome's V8 JavaScript engine. Node.js library is very fast in code execution. Okay, single threaded but highly scalable. So I think these are you can get them and then you go through. So who uses Node.js? Following is a link on GitHub wiki containing this one. I recommend these notes. It is nice, fast forward in order for you to get understanding. Okay, so I think concept. The following diagram depicts some important part of Node.js, which we will discuss in detail in the subsequent chapters. So Node.js, we have the models, we have the error handling, we have the console, we have the cluster, we have the add-ons, we have the buffer, we have the callbacks, crypto, net, global, domain, DNS, and streaming. All these are associated with Node.js, and then what Node.js could help us do. So where to use Node.js? Following are the areas where Node.js is proving itself as a perfect technology partner. Input-output bound application, data streaming applications, data intensive real-time application, JSON APIs based application, single page application. Where not to use Node.js? It is not advisable to use Node.js for CPU intensive applications. Yes, it is not advisable. It is not advisable. So it is not advisable. So try it option online. Okay, so I think we've done this. So I've already set up. I think you would have to set up. You download the Node.js and then you install, and then you are good to go. Test the data to. I'll use Visual Studio Code. You can get it from, I think, the same thing, Google. As a programmer, Google is your friend, and then you can get everything from Google. So VS Code, and then you have it there. You can then you download it. And you set your this one up. So that is basically what we're going to use. So let us go into practicals. Okay. So these commands are for those who are on the Mac or the Linux to be able to install Node on your machine. Okay, so here we are. Actually, you can also run the code Node on. You can run node on your command or your terminal for those who are on the Mac. So let's say you have node. So welcome to Node.js. So let's say now everything I'm doing is node that to interpret. So that's it. So let's try the same program we wrote. Let may be equal to 5. So if may is greater than 6, if may is greater than 6, okay, sorry, console, we just veered into PHP. Okay, console.log, okay, the number is greater than 6, right? And then the other one was, so we close it, then we go to the else. So oh, sorry, okay, so let's start. If no, or var may, all these are may and plus 5. Okay, it's already been declared. So then let's move on. So may, and if may is greater than 6, we have our console.log. So the number is greater than, number is greater than 6, yes, else echo console.log, the number is obviously less than 6. That's it. So then you close up bracket. So the number is less than 6. Sorry, spelling mistake. So that's it. So these are the concepts. So hello world 2 can as well be run over here. Yes, we have open node, and then so okay, console.log hello world. So oh, sorry, console.log hello world. So I think I'm right. So hello world, there we are. So that's it. Basically you can run your, so if everything is fine with your, because I'm having my installation, is a simple, you can also check on YouTube how to install this. But basically I wanted introduction to, I wanted us to be introduced to Node.js, and then that's it. So let me open my this one, and then let's move. So before creating an actual hello world application using Node.js, okay, let's wait for mine. So this is my ID, and okay, and okay, I'm opening a new folder. That okay, to desktop. So node tutorials, so it gets there, and then so you create any file, and then the file must have an extension called gs. Yes, so let's say our hello world .gs, then that's it. So So here we are. So let's try our console.log hello world. So hello world. There we are. Save it. Let's go to our terminal and see. So node hello world hello world.js. So hello world, there we are. So we'll go into details and then. So before creating an actual hello world application using Node.js, let us see the components of a Node.js application. A Node.js application consists of the following three important components. We have to get this in mind. So I'm having this abbreviation in the head. We call it ICRE. So you import required modules. We use the require directive to load Node.js modules, and then you create a server with which will listen to client requests similar to Apache HTTP server, and you read request and return response. So basically, I mean, this is the basics or the fundamentals. Every Node application should have these three, because basically that is the purpose of Node. For back-end development, it must have these properties. So okay, the read request and return response. The server created in an earlier step will read the HTTP request made by the client, which can be a browser or a console, and return the response, creating Node.js application. So you follow and then we see. So they say we use the require directive to load the HTTP model and store the return HTTP instance into an HTTP variable as follows. So this is a variable name, and no, this is the variable name, and then this the assignment operator, and then we have the require the keyword, and then this is the HTTP. So this is a model. So let's do same over here. So we have our var, and then we can term it anything. HTTP, we can term it, let's say let's say let's say YouTube, because it's a variable name, and then we require HTTP. So this one we cannot change, but for the variable name you can change, and that's it. So now our variable name is YouTube, and then you create a server. So step one, we've already imported the required model. So our model is the HTTP, and then this is the variable name, so we've required it. And then what else do we have to do? And then we create server. So we use the created HTTP instance and call HTTP create server method to create a server instance, and then we bind it at port 8081 using the listing method associated with the server instance. Pass it a function with parameters request and response. Write the sample implementation to always return hello world. So basically, when you talk about server is basically what is like a plate that is serving a dish. I mean, yes, it's a means of communication with client, and then it's a means where the writing all the informations will be, so we can so we can copy this, and then okay, let's create it. So we can see from here that oh, sorry. Okay, so we have our so the book used HTTP, but we used YouTube. So we go to YouTube, and then this concatenation. So create server, and then we have our function, and then our function will request, and then will as well response. So okay, so our function, you open our curly braces, and then okay, so you response dot write head 200, and the content type and the test. So then we send. So the response, this is our response. Response dot end. Then we will listen on. Okay, we'll listen on port 8081. So there we go. So there we are. So let's space out some more. And then console.log. So this is what will server running at http delimiter 27.0. Okay, so this is for the local, goes to 127.0.0.1 colon 80.81. There we go. So now we execute the main JS. So we were supposed to name it main JS. So there we go. So node main.js. Okay, so server running. So we have our server running. So meaning our server has started running, and then we have to check from our web. So let's see. So 127.0.0.8081. This is supposed to server running at, okay, let's copy this. So this is where our server is running. So let's copy it. So control click. So these are hello world. So these are successful.